Northwest now, discussing the animal-drawn carts, you can call them the donkey carts, which were handed over to people in 2 villages in Northwest several weeks ago. This follows a controversy where a company named as the suppliers are believed to know nothing about the deal. That's what they've told us. The department has spent $780,000 on buying 20 donkey carts, including a 3-year maintenance plan. The 2-seater carts, 32,500 rand each. The 4-seater, 45,500. Our reporter Refiloe Seboko at the briefing. Refiloe, good afternoon to you. A huge amount of controversy. The story captured national attention. What's the department saying?
Good afternoon, Stephen. Of course, the story captured a lot of attention, and this is why we are still here. And the Department of Community Safety and Transport in the Northwest Province had just held a briefing in clarifying the issue of the confusion of the name of the company, the issue of the money that is used to acquire those donkey carts. But let me welcome the HOD of Community Safety in the Northwest Province, Mr. Morule, to tell us more about the briefing. What was it all about? Dr. Morule, thank you so much for your time and welcome to Newzroom Afrika. For the benefit of our viewers and some that might have not tuned in during the briefing, maybe let's start with the confusion about the name of the company that was contracted to produce these donkey carts.
No, thanks, Refiloe, and good afternoon to the viewers of 405 Newzroom Afrika. As far as the department is concerned, there's no confusion. The company that was awarded the contract to manufacture donkey carts is LKT Business Enterprise. And the confusion might arise from the members of the public on the fact that the wrong people were interviewed yesterday. And the enterprise, with regard to the company that was awarded the tender, ends with a CE, not the SE. And we are willing as a department, ready and able to send, to bring the contractor, the appointed service provider, to the media so that he can clarify himself. And we viewed necessary as a department to come into the open, to come in and explain to members of the public, the citizens of both the province and the republic, because we are aware that the money that is apportioned to the department is taxpayers' money. We therefore deemed it necessary that we must come and account to the public.
And I think when you also got the invite to this media briefing, we were expecting to see that the right owners of the company that you say they are the rightful owners of the company would be here. Why is it that they are not here? And so that we can be able to also see who exactly are these people that produce these donkey carts?
Fortunately, they are not faceless. The director of the company is out of time today, but he's going to be around tomorrow. And any media house that is willing to come in to interview him through our departmental spokesperson, he will be made available.
I think, HOD, one of the things that is really causing the controversy is the issue of the price tag to these donkey carts. When we were talking to the residents of Manawana and surrounding villages that these donkey carts were handed to, are saying that the department might have just given me the 45,000 rand and therefore I can see what is it that I'll do with it. They don't necessarily have the problem with the donkey carts, but they have the problem with the price.
As a department, Community Safety and Transport Management, our core mandate is to ensure that we provide safety to the citizens of the province. We also ensure that we provide a multimodal type of transport. And in giving effect to the manufacturing and distribution of donkey carts, this is in compliance with the Rural Transport Strategy 2006 and the recent one, which was recently reviewed in 2016. What the Department of Community Safety and Transport Management is doing and has done with the awarding of these donkey carts is giving effect to government policy. And with regard to these other things that communities are raising, and maybe just to bring it to light, that the department did not identify beneficiaries themselves. It is the Kosi, Wako, Dibono, and Manawana, as well as the councillor, who approached the department some time ago requesting that the department issue donkey cards to identified beneficiaries within the village. Whether And as a department, in procuring these donkey carts, we followed due process. And as obligated by Section 217 of the Constitution and all other procurement processes, we ensure that we stuck to the rules because we are an accountable government. We also deemed it necessary that we must come and account to members of the public on how their monies are used.
Let's talk about the issue of rural development, HOD. It's your responsibility and your mandate to also provide scholar transport to these areas. But the very same transport that you are providing are unable to get into the village to go and fetch the learners, which you are trying to assist in terms of getting them to school. What do you say to those who are saying for the department to continue and give residents the donkey cart? It takes back what's supposed to be a development of rural areas. Are you not worsening the situation already in these rural areas?
No, in terms of our mandate, we don't see this as worsening the situation. We're creating access for people, we're creating mobility for people, and with regard to the conditions of the roads, what we do most of the time as providers for scholar transport, if any of the roads within the province is found impassable due to the condition, we always raise these matters. We bring them to the attention of the sister department, Public Works and Roads, and in terms of their priorities, they most of the time undertake to go repair the roads, and we have brought this to their attention. And in keeping with what the citizens have raised, we will also bring it to their attention so that it is prioritized.
Let's talk about the quality of these donkey carts. 3 days later, after the department had handed them over to the residents, they were broken down already. The paint is coming out, the lights are falling off, kids fell. And they also raised an issue of quality of these donkey carts to say 45,000 rand, it doesn't match the quality. Is the material used to produce these donkey carts of quality, or what's going on?
Quality is relative, but what we can, explain to the members of the public and the beneficiaries is that the donkey carts were manufactured in line with the SABS approved specifications. And if you remember, what we indicated in our press briefing is that we had included in the contract, the service level agreement that we have signed with the service provider, a maintenance contract, a clause related to maintenance. And this maintenance is done free of charge. So whatever anomalies or problems that are realized with the donkey carts, the service provider is made aware, and he immediately is going to address those shortcomings. As we speak, because some of the roofs were apparently blown away by heavy rains last week, the service provider is busy replacing them and putting something stronger at no cost to the department. That is the value of adding a maintenance contract into the service level agreement.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think caused this uproar? The response by not just community but the nation as a whole to say that, is this really what rural development is all about? When you say, and it's something that you also mentioned, maybe for the benefit of our viewers during that briefing, to say you also use the donkey cart. MEC, when we talked to him also last week, he indicated that. But should we still really be using donkey carts right now? 2000, should they also continue to use donkey carts? Is it not a situation where situations need to be improved in these areas?
The use of donkey carts as a means of transport is government policy. And what we alluded to, what might have caused the uproar, is lack of knowledge and understanding of existing government policy. We also acknowledge that service delivery is progressive and it is done in a graduated manner. There are things that you can't do. You can't do everything at the same time. But we're gradually moving towards enhancing the quality of service that we deliver to our people. But in the intervening period, certain things have to be done to ensure that mobility of people to business, to businesses and even to schools and clinics is always kept.
Does the department have a time frame? You can't do everything all at the same time, but does it have a time frame in terms of alleviating, bad situations that people or residents in rural areas continue to live in? I also talked about the issue of when the bus that you are providing as a scholar transport to the residents of Manawana and surrounding villages unable to access or get into these villages, and then it defeats the purpose of what you are trying to achieve as the department.
Like I indicated earlier, we are in constant communication with our sister department of Public Works and Roads. And in instances where buses cannot access the village, we bring that to the attention of the department. And I can confirm that the department does respond. And the issues or concerns that members of the public have raised, as citizens of this province, we're taking them to heart, and at some point, I think as government in its entirety, not only the Department of Community Safety and Transport Management, will reflect upon.
Thank you so much for your time, Stephen. That is Molefi Murule. He is the HOD of Community Safety and Transport in the Northwest Province. Just had a briefing in clarifying the issue of confusion around the company that was awarded the contract to produce the donkey cart, the issue of the price tag, and also how people responded to the delivery of donkey carts in the village of Manawana and surrounding areas in the Northwest Province.
Refiloe, thank you very much indeed. Do appreciate Refiloe Seboko with that update. Did he